Kim Martin here, founder of I've Decided and host of your show today, The Source. This is the fourth Tuesday of the month, so we always do our show, The Source, kind of what's happening here in Peoria and the resources that we have available for you. I am so excited. Some of you may know this beautiful lady. This is Sam Hutchison. Hi, Sam.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It's so beautiful outside.
I know. The sun is shining. It's awesome. Hopefully everyone watching is having an opportunity to enjoy the sunshine today. It's great. So, well, you and I kind of met a few years ago doing the St. Jude runs, right? That's where we initially got acquainted.
Yes.
You're a big St. Jude runner. Got St. Jude all over your car out there.
A little bit.
A little bit. Awesome. And then I ran into you again at I've Decided. You joined our community, which is super excited. Normally, we generally have a lot of our business members on the shows with us to talk about their resources and what we have available to help people achieve their goals and dreams, because that's very important to us. But you're a community member, and I thought, well, this would be an awesome opportunity to bring one of our community members on and share some really cool stuff that you got going on. I noticed on social media you posted, hey, vote for my business, Bears Bites.
Yes.
And I'm like, what is this? I got super excited. Of course, I voted because that's just duh. And I got really excited. I didn't realize that you actually had your own little business going.
I do.
And so tell us a little bit about Bears Bites.
So Bears Bites is a single ingredient dog treat company. All of our ingredients are chemical free. We're hormone free, steroid free, organic. We get all of our meat from Little Blues Farm, which is local here or right over in Morton. They only use antibiotics on the animals if they have to, if the animals are sick. So we kind of have the theory of if I don't want to eat it, it's not going into treats. So our Bears Bites treats are actually better than what most people eat. So we're pretty picky about what goes in there. I saw something
about one ingredient.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, it is just one ingredient. Like we have beef heart, beef liver, pork, wild Alaskan salmon brought in from Alaska, bananas, sweet potatoes, and pumpkin. And that's all it is. It's one ingredient. If it's pork, it's just the pork. So
if it's pumpkin, it's just pumpkin.
Yes.
Now, this is really awesome. So, okay, I have to say, all right, our weekly winning word this week, actually, I was thinking, you know what, distractions, that's next week. And I know, I'm like, what is our weekly winning word? Well, anyway, we were talking about distractions.
Right.
And I'm like, how did you, because you work full time.
Yes.
And so we wanted to encourage and motivate these guys. And I'm like, how did you find the time to be inspired, first of all, to even do this? Where'd the inspiration come from? And then to stay focused and not get distracted and create this company all the while working full time?
Well, it started off, about 10 years ago. We had Sarge who had food allergies. And I was reading labels. And if I can't pronounce it, I don't want to eat it. And there were some things on the dog treats that were just like, you research what they are and it's disgusting.
You don't even know what they are.
Right. So I started just making his treats. I made him sweet potatoes and bananas, and he absolutely loved it. So then Tank came along, had the same food allergy. So we just continued to do it. And then Bear came along and doesn't like sweet potatoes and bananas. So that's when we moved on to finding Little Blues Farm. And I'm like, we got friends that I was making treats for. So I'm like, we got to get this to all the dogs. Like, all the dogs should be able to get good, healthy treats.
Right.
So that's how we got started. And then when it comes to distract, I live my life by a planner. Like, everything is written down.
Right.
There is no way I could do this if it was all in my head.
So you stay organized.
Yes, I am very organized when it comes to everything. I know I have my work during the day, and then 5:15 hits, I've got meetings, and then I go home, and then I work for quite a
So
few
your
hours.
full-time job is in accounting?
Yes, I'm the front desk at Stephen D. Gramming Company.
Awesome. So you're the numbers and that kind of thing. So a little help with that. So
It
because
did
I'm
help.
thinking to myself, all right. So obviously your motivation was simply you had dogs.
Yep.
And then you wanted to make sure they were eating healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But then how do you go from that to, oh, well, let's produce a product? Like, do you know what I mean? Like if someone, like, how did you, how do you make pork crunchy? How did you look into all of that stuff?
It's all dehydrated. All of our treats are dehydrated.
Ah, okay.
And funny, it was kind of like, oh, we want to get this out to all dogs. And one day I was just like, we're going to start a business. So let's do this.
I decided
Right,
to do a dog
exactly.
business. Awesome.
Poor Mike thought I was crazy. So it was kind of like, so you get to work too, hon?
That's what Joe did too. I'm like, I want to do this, but I need your help.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even tell Mike I needed his help. I just put him to work.
You just put him in charge.
Yeah.
So how did you find out how to mass produce or start dehydrating this food? Did you just start doing some homework over it?
Well, I'd been doing bananas and sweet potatoes for years for Sarge and Tank. And then I've always done beef jerky for Mike. So it was kind of like, once I found Little Blues over in Morton, I just started playing with things and making sure they had the shelf life, how long I needed to dehydrate them, and then packaging. I did have to do a little bit of research on the packaging and how to have everything have a good shelf life. So
Now, are you able to use a lot of local resources for this? I know, obviously,
Yes.
you're using a local farm for the food, and that is awesome.
and we have a couple other farms that we get our sweet potatoes and our pumpkin from also.
Locally here.
Yes, locally.
Okay.
So
And then where did you get the resources for packaging? Where did you get advice or?
it was all research online. And then at Bears Bites, all of our packaging is recyclable. We want to leave as small of a footprint on Mother Earth that we possibly can. So that's a lot of the no chemicals. All of our packaging is recyclable. Our labels are recyclable. Everything can be recycled. There's no chemicals in the treats. So we're not hurting anything.
Right.
So, and that was a big deal to me.
Oh, wow. So is this not awesome? I just think it's so cool. And now tell me, how did you come about learning about I've Decided, and how did you get involved in our community?
Well, I knew you from St. Jude, so I was following you on Facebook, and then you have I Decided, so I started watching. Last year, I didn't really have a whole lot of time to do anything, so I just kind of followed you and watched everything you were doing, and then this year I just was like, I'm going to do it. I've decided to be part of the group. So here I am.
I love it. The group. I like how you said that, the group. Yeah, we are a pretty awesome group.
You are.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
Well, you're a part of it, and you're just an example of the kind of quality of people that we have on board with I've Decided. And this is what it's all about. It's about being motivated and being inspired to do something, outside of your comfort zone. And, you guys might be watching going, okay, Kim, I am not opening my own business. And that's okay. That's not necessarily what everybody needs to do. But the idea is that you get inspired and motivated to fulfill your purpose, whatever that is. And if it is opening your own business, that's what it's going to be. But maybe you want to write a book or finish school or get out of debt or live healthy. So many goals that we have. But I was so inspired because right now I voted for you. And that's really what triggered this is why you're here with me on the show today. It's kind of a last minute little thing, but it's perfect because what triggered all of this is that you posted you're trying to win this grant money from
FedEx.
FedEx.
FedEx is doing a small business grant contest, and there are multiple levels. There's a $50,000, a $30,000, and then 15,000 grants.
Oh, wow.
So we would love to win any of them because
Right.
if we could open our own store or storefront, then not only is it easier to get Bears Bites, because right now we're carried locally,
Sure.
but it would make it so much easier. And then we can also do adoption events and help fundraise for local shelters. That's really the
Yeah.
big goal for us because we love just helping local animals.
Why do I think Shark
So-
Tank? I'm like, we got to get you on Shark Tank. That would be so cool. No, I mean, this is kind of down that line, though. This is something that could potentially, you know,
It would really, really just, it would push us to the next level because we currently have to move out of our house. We're too big and busy for our house.
so you're
So-
making this food right in your house.
Yes, this is all done out of our home.
And packaging it
Yes.
in your home.
I do it all.
Oh my gosh.
So,
See this? And she works full time. And so, okay, you got to walk us through kind of the process from getting the food and packaging it, and then where can people buy it? Like, where is it?
well, right now what we do is everything gets delivered to our house, and then you get to cut up all the meat, which is great. And then it goes in a dehydrator, and it can go anywhere from 12 hours to 36 hours, really, is how long it
You
takes.
got like a really big dehydrator?
I have multiple really big dehydrators. That's why we're too big for our house now.
Gotcha.
So, and then we just package it up, and we have a website, bearsbites.net, where you can either buy it and we deliver locally. Mike and Bear go out every morning and deliver locally,
That is so cool.
or we ship across the United States also. So, and then we're going to be at the Peoria Farmers Market again this year. We're there every single Saturday.
Okay.
And then you also can go locally to Rambler, Naturally Yours, Groom Service, and Sous Chef downtown. They carry Bear's Bites.
And get your one ingredient,
Mm-hmm.
all natural, locally farmed and packaged,
Yep.
and locally owned by yours truly, Samantha Hutchison, and give it to your dog. I mean, who doesn't want it? You're going to have so many people buying these treats. Like we're
Great.
We're going to tell everybody you know. Okay, back to voting.
Yes,
How
yes.
can they vote for you?
Can I look up? the
Yes, look
website?
it up.
Okay.
Please look it up. Aren't you guys inspired by this? I get so fired up when I see someone doing something they're passionate about, or the fact that you just got this idea and you went for it. You didn't even hesitate. You just were like, I'm doing it. I've decided this is what we're going to do. And here you are.
You got to change the world a little bit at a time.
Yes.
So,
and
that's what
and
we're-
obviously you love your animals and you're passionate about this, and this was something that you could wrap your mind around.
Yes,
That's
yes.
very cool. All right. So how can
okay.
that, you guys, I hope that lots of people are watching this, share this show, encourage people to log in and vote for Sam. We want her to win one of these FedEx grants that they're offering small businesses. And here's how you vote.
Okay, so you go to smallbusinessgrant.fedex.com, and it'll have a search where you search for Bear's Bites, and then vote for us.
Okay, say it
So-
one more time.
It's smallbusinessgrant.fedex.com, and then search Bear's Bites and vote for us.
Yes, and we'll put it in the comments on this show later.
Okay.
So when you see the show, once it's posted out there after the live, because we're live and then it'll get posted.
Okay.
And then maybe go back under comments and just put
And
it
just
under
put the
there.
link in
and
there,
we're
of
going to try
course.
to get as many votes as we can, right? As many votes. We want to support you, and we want to help give back to what you're doing. So what all kind of flavors do you have?
So the favorite right now, we just decided to release wild Alaskan salmon, and I'm pretty picky on where our meat comes from. So I actually teamed up with a little fishery up in Alaska, and I seriously have salmon shipped from Alaska. So it's fresh. Like
Literally fresh Alaskan salmon.
Yes. So that is the #1 seller right now. And
I
it's,
bet the dogs love it.
that is Bear. I can get Bear to do anything I want him to with the salmon.
You can.
So he does all kinds
I'm
of
gonna
tricks.
get Howie. My doggy is Howie, and we are very finicky about. We only give him good quality dog food, and we don't give him a lot of table food because, and so I don't know if it's because we've never done that he's very sensitive to things, or if he just naturally just happens to have these allergies. But
Yeah.
anytime we've ever tried to give him anything outside of this other dog food, he gets ear infections, sick, all kinds of stuff. So I'm definitely gonna it sounds like I bet Howie would like the salmon too.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to drop you some off.
Oh, I'll get some. So now tell me, so what does it look like? You said it's like jerky, so it's like
They're just,
dehydrated?
I cut them in small pieces so that they're bite size.
Okay, it says Bear Bites.
Right? And they're just little pieces, and the meat are like jerky.
Okay.
And like the sweet potatoes, they're just little sweet potato chips. Nothing fancy. The banana chips are just banana chips. I actually have friends that eat the banana chips. So Mike eats the banana chips.
You can actually, oh, my husband will love this one.
Yeah.
You can actually share your treats with your dog.
Yes,
Now that's pretty cool.
It's all high quality human grade meat. You can eat it, anybody can eat it.
Right.
So it's not just dog treats. I mean, it is high quality human grade.
That cracks me up because you can trick somebody. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
be like, if they didn't, like a family member or something didn't know what was going on, you're
Right.
like, oh, I just love my dog's treats. And they'd be like, ah.
And they're like, oh my gosh, you're eating them. No, really, they're good. Like the pork, I eat the pork jerky. The pork bites,
Yeah.
it's just like pork jerky. We use no seasonings or anything.
Right.
It's just the meat. So,
Okay.
and like I said, we eat the banana bites, and I have friends that eat the banana bites. So,
All right, so you have sweet potatoes, bananas, pork, pumpkin.
Pork.
So what does the pumpkin look? What does pumpkin
now
look?
the pumpkin is in little like paw print shapes or bone shapes or squares or hearts, because since it has to be a puree when you make it, it has to be in little molds.
Oh.
So
I see, because
I
you have to
find-
pure. I got it. Because that's what I was trying to think. How do you dry pumpkin?
I mean, you could slice it, but we don't.
Yeah.
We make it just cute little molds.
Okay, so it's just like a little pumpkin treat.
Yep.
And so these are treats that you can just give to. How many flavors total? Like six? Is that six that I count? Do you know?
7.
7.
Alaskan salmon is 7. We also
that's your
have
7th one.
Yep. We also have pig ears and fish skins too for chews.
And they can like fish skins.
Yeah, it's from the Alaskan salmon. We just roll them up and dehydrate them, and Bear loves them.
And they just can chew on that.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be so good. It's got all those omega fats, and this
Yes.
is like super healthy
Yes.
for your dogs.
It's
Now-
great for their skin, everything. Their teeth, because they're harder, so it does help with their teeth, keep them clean.
Yeah. Now, is there anybody else doing this same kind of thing? Is this something that you have just stumbled on yourself, or is there other competitors out there that are doing something similar to this, or?
We do have another company here locally that makes carp treats out of the Asian carp in the river.
Okay, so they are using the local fish here, doing something similar, but no one's doing like this high quality, all
No.
the different types.
No,
That is right here.
that's right here
Right
in
here,
Illinois, right in
here
Peoria.
Peoria.
Yes.
You know what they say, if it plays in Peoria.
There it is.
I'm banking on that. I'm banking on that theory. If it plays in Peoria, it'll play anywhere.
Yes, I've heard that for years.
I have too, and like I said, I'm banking on that. So I have just really loved this. This 20 minutes has like flown by. So can you believe
know.
it? And so, guys, thanks so much for tuning in to The Source today. I've decided our goal is to help you achieve whatever it is you desire, whatever your purpose, your dreams. We want to help you be successful in that. We do have our Success Motivational Leadership Conference coming up on Saturday, April 13th. And so we really want you to join us for that. If you haven't registered, check us out at I'veDecided.org. You can join our community
Yes.
like Sam
should.
did. And then we meet actually on the fourth Friday of every month. We have our Success Social. It's a happy hour in the afternoon from 4:30 to 6 at the Garden, our new space where dreams grow. And it's a great socialization, and you can just it's a fun fellowship. We just
It
get
is.
to know each other and share and enjoy each other's company and connect and see how we can help each other like this.
Right.
It's all about helping each other.
It is.
All right, so vote for Bears Bites, and we'll put that in the comments again. So if you missed it and you're just tuning in, we're gonna comment once this show's posted, so you'll know where to vote. So come back, make sure you vote. Sam, Thanks for being with us today.
Thank
And
you.
thanks for being a member of I've Decided. I really appreciate your support.
I love it. I've met so many fantastic people.
That's awesome. And I bet you must like your success social or your success planner and journal too.
Yeah.
Since you need to journal so much.
Live by it.
All right, awesome. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're glad you've been with us today. Enjoy the rest of this sunny Tuesday. So that is so awesome.
PeoriaLife.com